And yeah, there we go. We are live. Welcome to another episode 53 of UnTitled. We're here. My name is R. Jones. I'm your host slash moderator. And joining me as always, my main man, used to be in the BX. Now he resides in the Carolinas. You know, always repping the BX though. You know?
Good evening. What's up, Rodney? Mr. Jones.
My man Dom is in the house. What's going on, brother? How you doing?
You know me, R. I can't complain.
Yeah, man. We got a little busy night tonight. Night tonight with topics and stuff like that. And right now we're gonna rock you and I for now. Probably our rest of our group will come in a little bit later tonight, but that's okay because I really don't even need them. Who cares, Luis? I'm joking.
Nah. Who said the more the merrier?
Exactly. The hell with them. Yeah, they kill me though. Yo, I gotta bring this up first, man. Is this the end of the Daniel Jones era? Well, thank God. And the Giants, the organization, in particular, the ex-general manager, Dave Gettledum, as the late great Max Celef used to call him Gettledum, he's responsible for this debacle. Okay, because he thought he was a smart guy in the room by drafting this gentleman from Duke University, that football powerhouse, Duke University, not basketball but football, and bringing him to East Rutherford. You understand, in Jersey and whatnot. What a move that was! You see how it turned out. It was disaster, and believe me, this might just send the Giants back a few years in their rebuilding process. You think? And also, we got our brother, Mr. Live. What's going on, Live? How you doing? Welcome to the show.
What's good, brothers? What's good? What's good, y'all? How y'all doing, man?
Doing all right, man. Holding it down. Another exciting episode here.
All right. You know, I see y'all talking about the Giants quarterback, huh?
Yeah, that soon to be ex-Giants quarterback, hopefully.
Yeah. Like I told y'all, brothers, man, I've been boycotting football for a minute now, but my brother's a staunch Giants fan, and I hear enough about it, to fill me in on the happenings. So I had actually wanted to ask y'all this, man, because he keep on talking about it, and I go, well, okay, so to my understanding, they just gave this man a whole bunch of money, right?
Right.
Now, does his guaranteed money factor into the cap?
Ooh. That's a good question.
Right.
I think I have to look that up. And while I'm looking it up, our brother David is his mic is live as well. Welcome to the show, David. Thank you for joining us.
What's happening, Dave?
As well.
I mean, because the reason why I ask is this, right? So, they just let Saquon Barkley go, right?
Yes.
They didn't want to give him his money. They didn't want to give him his guaranteed money. To my understanding, running backs are devalued in the league now. I'm from an era where running backs was the must have. You had to have a premier running back to be successful. So they don't give Saquon his money. They now, to my understanding, again, they improved their offensive line this year. The offensive line is much improved, according to my brother. Is that true? Okay.
Well,
so I mean, y'all can tell me better than I know, because I mean, you know what I'm saying? Because again, my theory my theory is purely philosophical. So, what I was trying to tell my brother, it sounds like, and again, y'all brothers got to educate me. The Giants did not want to invest in Saquon Barkley because really you would have 2 years, maybe even 3 years of mediocrity paying a premier running back. Those 3 years and whatever money y'all invest goes to waste. Daniels can tank the whole season, and then this year, this draft coming up, now you can go get you a quarterback. Right, and start fresh with your, you got an O-line now. You can bring somebody in that can at least protect them, and you ain't got that Saquon Barkley money. fucking with you and shit. Is that a logical? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Y'all can tell me
Well,
better than I know. So
I was reading, and I hope I'm not incorrect here, but I was reading in USA Today, they said that 82 million in guarantees include only Jones's 2023 and 2024 salaries.
So it does count on the books.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. So never mind. My theory is out the window.
You know what I'm saying? It's just But the whole scope of the thing, you gave this guy 4 years at 4 years, basically averaging out to 40 million a year.
That's crazy.
And I also blame the current GM. He should be held accountable because he's the one responsible for signing. Even though Gilliman got fired, and this guy Joe Shane comes in, and you give him this money for 4 more years. And let me tell you something. This guy is in his 6th year. He's still making the same mistakes as rookie quarterbacks are making when they come into the league.
Yeah.
You can't. What's the explanation? I mean, what are we thinking? What are we doing here? What are we doing? You know what I'm saying? It was just over the top. It's ridiculous. It makes no sense.
Yeah. For that kind of mishap, you could have just gave Saquon his money then.
There you go.
But me being the Saquon guy and the Penn State guy, I felt that way in the beginning. But then I thought, why torture him? Running backs don't have a long life anyway. Why would we want to shorten his by playing with this team? So,
right.
I mean, I know the Eagles are in the same division, but you know what? You know what this Daniel Jones reminds me of? It reminds me of Phil Jackson and the draft picks Phil Jackson gave us and the players he overlooked to get the players he got. Ntilikina, Knox. You passed up a lot of talent. And I don't know the ins and outs of who the Giants passed up to get Jones, but like you said, you went to the ultimate powerhouse in the ACC. You thought you was drafting a forward in basketball, but you got a quarterback.
Right.
I mean, I live in the South, guys. If he played for North Carolina, because North Carolina has gotten a lot better in college football. I'll give them credit. But Duke, come on, guys.
Yeah, come on.
You don't have to be a North Carolina resident to say, when did they become a football team? I didn't know they had a football team.
Right.
But
you know what I found? I'm sorry. Sorry, Dom.
No. Hopefully he'll find a way as a backup after this, and life goes for him.
I don't know. I saw
8 touchdowns, 9 interceptions.
Right.
QBR 79.
Exactly. But I gotta tell you, I saw 2 things I want to put out there. I saw something that was I didn't even bother reading the article because it was some crazy clickbait nonsense I saw, and I was like, what? It had here's the scenario. They had the Jets entertaining bringing Daniel Jones to replace Aaron Rodgers. That's one. I didn't even bother opening it up. I was like, this is straight up clickbait, straight up nonsense. I was like, yo, come on, y'all what are you trying to do? As Max 611 was, you're trying to throw shit against the wall, see if it sticks. And I'm like, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying that. I was like, nah. And the other thing is, this whole thing with Daniel Jones, it did kind of stem from Eli Manning, because Eli Manning, when he was at Ole Miss, he had a quarterback coach. Okay, and I think they brought that quarterback coach to the Giants. So Dave Gettleman made this lineage, this thinking that, oh well, he was with Eli, and when you see the results we wound up with, we got 2 Super Bowls out deal. Maybe we can strike lightning in a bottle again. That's clearly the case.
No, that's DNA right there with Eli. That's DNA.
Well,
got nothing to do with it.
Exactly, and we know Jones definitely don't have it. he don't have that DNA. He's far from it. You know what I'm saying? So again, I'm like Dom. I'm like, yo, dude, you had a dime in Saquon Barkley. You understand? That made the offense go. You know what I'm saying? But that 1 year that you had, that was because of Saquon, not you, not your talent. It was because of Saquon relieving the pressure of your performance.
Right?
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? I still say to this day, he should break off Saquon like 35, 50% of his contract.
Yeah,
What I
right.
mean?
Well,
I'm a
so
true
that's some
believer.
type of watch or something. Yeah, yeah, that's
Something,
crazy.
man. You know what I'm saying? Rolex, whatever, diamond crusted, all of that. You know what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying? He definitely owes them because I'm like, come on, this is ridiculous. But
Can
it
you
is
hear me?
what it is. Yes, sir. We can hear you, Dave. At least
Yeah.
I can.
Okay. So seriously though, I don't really watch the Giants like that, but if they had brought Saquon back, where do you think the Giants would be? Because I don't think that would really have made. I think this team is just not good, and so Saquon is in a much better position for him.
Obviously, right?
So I don't think that we could talk about what the Giants have done and all this, but QB1 is a problem, and but I think that their whole team is problematic, and so I don't really think I don't know how Giants fans feel, but personally, I don't really think that would have made that much of a difference.
No.
I disagree with you just a slight bit. We're in week 10, if I'm not mistaken. Well, week 11 now because Thursday night
11,
is Thursday night kicks it off the new week. We're in week 11. I honestly think now I'm not saying they would have a winning record, but they would damn sure would have more than 2 wins. I'm sure of that.
Okay, so let's say we had 4.
Yeah,
they would be near. They would be near 500. They would be near 500. That's again.
They
They
have
have
offensive line that's not protecting him, ain't helping Saquon either.
Right.
That's a good point. I get that.
Again,
I understand.
Saquon got the safe move, guys. He got to a team that we know is established offensively, especially whether we like the Eagles or not. They're a pretty good offensive-driven team.
Right.
They're very offensive-minded. Hence, Daniel Jones is the wrong guy at the wrong time. The NFL is a passing league, right? I mean, you guys, I watch the game, but I watch Red Zone, but I see nothing but passing. Like Saquon Barkley's doing a lot of his damage like he did in college. Coming out the backfield, catching
this is
taking 6 or 7 people out their cleats. But the Giants didn't do that. Again, this guy's averaging 200 yards per game in today's NFL. That's like your NBA team shooting 18% from 3-point land. Yeah, in an offensive-driven league.
Yeah, and then also the other thinking is a player of Saquon's caliber, naturally he is competitive, and if you put him on this Giants team, does he try to do too much and then injury set in?
Without
he doesn't in the situation he's in Philadelphia where they have multiple weapons. He doesn't have to try to do too much, and you get to see the stuff that you saw last week where he's backflipping over people. And he can be his true talented self without having to do too much, as opposed to a player playing on a bad team that feels like, well, let me try to put them on my back, and that's how they get injured. Saquon injury, he has a history of injuries. So in a Giants situation, maybe Saquon doesn't make it to week 11.
I mean, honestly, I gotta throw the blame on the coach. By the way, the management loves him, by the way, so he's not going anywhere. I gotta throw the blame on the coach, Dable, because again, you're known to be an offensive-minded coach. Okay, you have weapons. You have Malik Neighbors. You keep him on the field. That is, you have the tight end, the rookie, this guy Johnson. You had another tight end, Bellinger, was doing quite well. You know what I'm saying? You got this other running back, Tyrone Tracy. That you know what I'm saying? I'm like, you had pieces, but again, it's just the execution of the offense. Even with the line, you can still kind of manage your way around that. Again, you're not going to be world beaters, but you'll be competitive and you'll win a few more games.
That's true. Let me just say this. You know what else has pieces? A jigsaw puzzle.
Okay. Point well made.
Here's a crazy stat, guys. As of right now, Saquon Barkley has rushed for 30 yards more than he did all of last year.
And that I saw that. That was crazy. That is crazy.
And here's another thing. Everybody talks about his injuries. These are games for his career. 16, 13, 2, the year he got hurt. 13, 16, 14, and as of now, 9. 1,000 yards for the Giants. 1, 2, 3 times, and one time 968. And he was to blame. He was injury prone. He was getting his ass beat up, guys. And still managed to get 1,000 yards 3 times and 980 the other time in his 6 years.
Yeah.
So again, me being Saquon, Penn State guy, God bless him, he escaped basically unscathed. It could have been a lot worse for him, guys. He could have been like, we already been over this. The life expectancy rate of a running back isn't that long to begin with.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. Right.
And he's multi-talented, guys. I mean, he is. Again, if you watch him in college, this dude was running back kicks, man.
I was just about to say that, Dom. I was just about to say that.
This guy was a stud.
Yeah. Yeah.
And all I kept saying is, please don't let the Giants draft him.
And they did, right?
They did. I was like, oh, shit. You know, he's from the Bronx, went to Penn State. I didn't know that. I'm correlating all of this shit. Then he moved to like Allentown in PA.
Yeah.
Right.
Then he goes to Penn State. I'm like, yo, this guy got to get out of New York before he gets killed.
Yeah.
He did. You know, good thing the Giants tried to nickel and dime him.
Yeah.
And he won. He's winning right now. God bless him.
He's definitely winning. You know, like you said, he's got more yardage in 9 games than he did all year last year. You know what I'm saying? So he's listen.
At least he got on the Cowboys.
Could be worse, could be worse.
Could be a lot worse, exactly. Could be a lot worse. I'm sure some Giant fans would have loved it, probably. You know, but you already know how they are. So
but
with
is that like the ultimate slap in the face? This kid goes to the Eagles.
Yeah.
He could have been anywhere in the NFL. He went to a team 100 miles down the road.
Right.
Ain't even had to move.
And he said Saquon Barkley again.
Yeah.
And he had to lose his crib, but nothing.
Actually, closer to home, because when his family moved out of New York, they moved to Lehigh Valley, to Allentown.
Okay.
Which is a hop, skip, and a jump from Philly. That happened to be my last duty station, PA.
Right.
So he won it all sort of ways, guys. I mean,
that's the right move.
Good for him, because you know, again, outside looking in, that mismanagement is crazy. It's you give the scrubbiest cat all the money, and like I said, I remember, you know, again, one of my dislikes about the NFL contractually is that, you know, it's like it's you could chuck somebody whenever you want to, and really everybody playing for guaranteed money. And you just told me like most of his money, what you said, 42 mil guaranteed.
82.
And you already, and you looking, and you just gave it to him, and now you looking to not pay. I mean, well, give him all that money and let him go, or he gonna have a clipboard on the sideline for 24 a year or something. You know what I'm saying? Like that, 22 a year. That's crazy.
It doesn't make any sense. Exactly, it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. You know, I think they had I think this guy Gettledum probably had this because him and Eli do look kind of similar in a way. So maybe he had that kind of like fascination with that. Well, the quarterback coach he was with Eli, and we bring him here, and we can have a second rebirth of this guy. You know, perhaps win 2 more Super Bowls with Daniel Jones and whatnot. Again, from that great football powerhouse college, Duke.
You got to blame the NFL too, guys. As much as we badmouth the NFL with their contract or lack thereof, the one person that always gets the money is the quarterback.
That's true.
Right. So the Giants probably thought, with the way the money is going around with these quarterbacks, Dak Prescott, Lamar Jackson, we got off cheap. oh, this guy may be, give him. So a $40 million investment probably sounded doable.
But Dom, how
Yeah.
crazy is that?
That's crazy.
How crazy is that?
That's what I said. I was like,
$40 million we're getting away with something like that's a bargain price.
Yeah,
that just sounds crazy.
Because where were you gonna go? Or I'm not trying to defend it. I'm just
no.
Where do you go?
It's insanity.
It's going. I don't understand the contract thing that good, so I'm not going to speak on it.
Right.
Knowing the NFL, there is a way out of this contract, and at the rate y'all are going, you'll be in a position to probably draft another quarterback.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you got to draft better.
Yeah.
Well, see, and this is why I thought, this is why I thought they the reason why they didn't give Saquon the money is because, again, those wasted years paying him premium money when you planned on chucking this cat anyway. And what he could do is manage the tank. You know what I'm saying? And we lose games and we get enough. We get a quarterback in the off season. But y'all telling me that he getting $40 million. That's crazy. It's insane. And not give Saquon Barkley the money. Like, you could have reversed that. Don't get this bum no money, and keep somebody. At least you would have had somebody to put some seats. Sell some tickets. Saquon loyalty and everything. But that's crazy.
That's another fallacy of the NFL, guys. Your team could suck, and they're still going to sell out 8 games.
Yep.
Yeah.
Those season ticket holders for the Giants, I mean, that's generational.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Now, what do you guys think about they're saying that the Giants might select Sanders from Colorado?
Yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good, brother. I don't know about that. I have this thing where I think. Hold on for a second. Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, go ahead. I got to take care of something real quick. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, now I could talk about Sanders and Buffalo. I've been watching that for the last 2 years. You know what I'm saying? So, and I was watching him when he was at the HBCUs. Again, I don't know the NFL like that, man, but Shador is a quarterback. He is a quarterback. What I do believe though is that he's going to be crippled in the NFL because his father has been kind of, surrounding him with things and players that make him successful, right? He's not, when he go to an NFL team, it's going to be a while before they can manufacture that kind of atmosphere around him. So
I can see that. I can see that. I was thinking he would have to have his father's legs if he
right,
because he'll be running for his life.
Yeah, because everybody go want to beat him down. Yeah. Nah, that's right. If they could get him, obviously he would be a upgrade from what they got now. But again, y'all know better. I haven't watched all of college, so I don't know. I seen the dude that they played. Wow, it was another quarterback that they had played. He was running all over them dudes. Even they lost. But I forgot the homie name, man. But he was very good. So I mean, again, man, it should be somebody out there that they could pick, that they could groom.
Yeah.
But you heard what Dion said, right?
What did
he say, Dom?
He's basically gonna do what Eli's family did, but he's gonna do it on the low, like not be as upfront as Manning. He's not going to San Diego.
I did see that. Yeah.
Dion already put out that. And you know what? I got to give that kid credit because the one thing that has been hurting the University of Colorado is their offensive line.
Right. Yeah.
And this kid still seems to make it happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, his dad, Dion could be a pain in the ass at times, but now you got to look at it where he's not his coach. He's still his father.
Right.
Right.
And that daddy instinct kicks in, and
yeah. I don't know. I was trying to say I don't think it. I don't know. I don't know if the Maras will ever bring in a black quarterback.
Yeah.
let me stop you right there, R.
Yeah, man. Y'all don't want the red, black, and green to come out here, man, because it's like, yo,
I am never gonna bet. I ain't never gonna bet the race card on you again. Because I remember you, and God rest his soul, Max 611, when I told y'all UNC's gonna hire Ubi. Ubi Davis.
Right.
North Carolina never hire a black coach.
No, yeah, but Hubert kind of blew that himself.
You and Mac was like, Dom, that ain't happening.
True that.
Yeah. I
could be wrong. I'm just saying. I don't know,
are
man.
The Giants that far behind in the time?
I think you know what.
Yeah.
I think the Giants, if they brought in a black QB, it would have to fit a certain type of mode. I mean, I think that you can be black, but you can't be too black.
Okay, I can't be Deion Sanders' son black.
Right. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
So they have definite views, definite opinions on the blackness of a quarterback for them.
No, you could just look at the organization. It's like when you talk about the plantation of the NFL, right? The way it's structured. You don't have to prove anything. Like the devil will show you. The devil can only allow you to do shit if he tells you.
Right.
Like he can't. Like the seed is unfortunately not something that devilish men can do. They have to tell you, I'm getting ready to fuck you. I'm getting ready to take your money. I'm getting ready to do this. And they have to show you right there. So all you got to do is look at what the Mariners have done historically in their front office and in their coaching and everything else. And it's really not something that I'm even mad at no more, because again,
it is what it
you
is.
decide to go into that organization knowing your interview is only there to appease the status quo. Okay, we got to interview a black coach. Okay, fine. Blah blah blah. We got to do it. Okay, fine. That's
Rooney rule. But
yeah, right. So
let me ask you guys this question, because you guys know a little bit more than I do about these things. Isn't there some kind of family relation between the Maras and the Pittsburgh organization?
ooh,
I heard something about that. I thought I heard something about.
I think you're right, David. I think you're right.
Yeah,
it's some type of connection.
Yeah, I've heard that before, and I don't follow it enough to remember it. But it seems like that's triggering something in my memory. But I'm only saying that because the way that it's done in Pittsburgh, that doesn't seem to be an issue.
Right.
So I don't know if it's one of those things where Thanksgiving dinner is very contentious.
Well, if I remember, and I want to look this up even before I say it, I think he got the job on like we got to do it, right?
Oh, okay.
Like we didn't. And again, I want to be real fair about that. You know what I'm saying? And I think he just really proved himself when he got the job. And because historically they didn't change over. You know what I'm saying? Like historically they didn't fire coaches automatically.
Yeah.
He got a nice run. Plus his record is speaks for itself. So like you can't talk about him and being incapable and his record. I don't know these guys' records now, but I'm sure it's one of the most successful in the NFL as far as reaching the playoffs every year, winning a certain amount of games and things of that nature.
Like they always at least 500.
Right, gotcha, right.
And by the way, the Mara sisters are great granddaughters of both New York Giants founder Tim Mara and Pittsburgh Steelers founder Art Rooney. So
There you
there's
go.
that.
There you go. I knew there was something,
Yeah.
but I just didn't know what it was.
Yeah, Dave. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well,
That's
very
crazy.
interesting. Like I said, Thanksgiving dinner. Must be interesting.
Yeah, but right, Thanksgiving dinner is crazy, right?
Right. Well, with that being,
got the succotash and the chitlins on side by side, right?
Yeah.
But
exactly.
Yeah. Well, we were on the north side of the plantation versus the
You already know. You already know the deal. Exactly. Let's do some moving on. Let's go to the other side of whatnot of the locker room.
Okay.
Aaron Rodgers of the Jets.
Okay.
Yeah.
No. Okay. Next.
yeah, what you said next? Yeah, no.
Wait a minute. Wait. You can't just do that. Wait a minute. Hold on.
He wants to play what? Lotto in 2025?
Right. He wants to play hopscotch. What do you want to do?
Exactly.
Listen,
exactly.
I get it. I understand. I get it. I'm of the same thought. Same thought where you're at, Dave.
Here you go. Let me fix it. Aaron Rodgers wants to play another team in 2025, not play for.
Let's make that happen.
He wants to play them. That's what I mean.
He wants to play for another team.
No, he wants to play. Like pull the wool over another.
Okay. So he seriously wants to play. And now I got you. Yeah.
Like he played the Jets, for all that money.
I don't know.
No, thank you. No, thank you, Aaron. Thank you,
Aaron. Right? No, thank you, Aaron.
Let me hear from Dom, see if he wants to say anything about the situation, if he's available anyway. Dom, you still there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I had to come inside. It got a little chilly.
I'm sure. Yeah,
I don't want to curse, but
you got that.
Let's go, Brandon. When we couldn't say "F you, Joe Biden," we had to say "Let's go, Brandon."
Yeah.
No, he got to go. Again, I told y'all this the other day.
Yeah.
He actually set us behind now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He did. Because what do you do now?
We're not going to get a good draft pick, so we can't draft a quarterback. We got rid of our second-round pick in the other. Call him a bust, but
no.
So what was the problem with them like this year? You know what I'm saying? Like what? Because I had very high. Again, I'm a Jets fan. I'm a Curtis Martin. I'm that guy. You know. So, like what happened?
There was heavy expectations this year because Rodgers came from that injury of last year, and people were wound up already before he got injured. They already wound up. They said, "Oh, this might be the year. This might be the year." So many heavy expectations, and then when coming into this season, the same thing. They added a couple pieces here and there. You know what I'm saying? Like what's that dude's name? Alan Lazard. You brought in Mike Williams. You was hopeful for a connection between him and up and coming wide receiver Garrett Wilson. So you had a lot of expectations. You understand? The defense was decent and whatnot. So there was heavy expectation. And when it didn't happen, well, we see what happened. Or didn't happen. So win total wise.
Right.
So was it like let him go play another team. Let's not let him.
Yeah.
Right. But was it him? Like was it him under team?
You know what?
You know what?
We can't avoid
I can say it was
in the room.
Yeah. I can. You know what it is too? It's partly him because one thing I said here on the show was like, this guy's gonna cause dissension. You know, when he started playing Mike Williams or whatnot. Oh wow, this guy's supposed to do this and this and that. You're throwing this guy under the bus.
That was Bush.
Yeah, you're supposed to be a consummate professional, and right now you're showing that you're being a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Really, he's being a bitch. And I'm like, yo, dude, that's not cool. You don't do that. You don't throw your teammate under the bus publicly. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I'm sure that turned a few people away from him.
I'm sure it
You
did.
know, you know what I'm saying, privately and whatnot, and all of that is seeping and it's growing, and it's nothing but dissension.
But also, if you are stinking up the place, and what I mean for what we expected, you talked about expectations. If you're performing below expectations, you don't even have the right to make a comment like that because nobody's trying to hear you anyway.
Right.
It's not like they're winning and he's doing his job and he can go out there and say, this guy ran the wrong route on the play, or he was supposed to do this and didn't do it. But you're the one that they brought in there, and everybody had Super Bowl aspirations when you came in there, and you supposedly had the resume, and now you're pointing fingers at people, but you're not doing your job or living up to the hype. So nobody's trying to hear that. That doesn't rally, like you said. It causes dissension because nobody's trying to hear him.
No,
and let's not forget, guys. Even though our record is bad, he threw some game-ending interceptions.
Yeah.
Man. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
He threw some very inopportune picks.
Yeah.
You don't have the zip you had. They were saying something today. Like a quarterback, like I hate to use Tom Brady because he's one of the only ones that have gone past age 40. Come on, guys, we didn't have to do a thesis on this. There's not many very viable, creditable, playable 40-year-olds in any sport.
True.
Right. Yeah.
Football.
Football. I'm about to say somebody else, but
Montana wasn't 40 when he bounced.
I don't think so.
If he
may
was
have been
again, is that a blip or a trend? It's a blip.
That's a blip. That's a blip. Yeah, that's a blip.
Yeah. Well, let me just say that Aaron Rodgers did his best work on Hard Knocks 2 years ago.
Damn. Right.
On the TV show.
Yes, on the TV show. Yeah.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
The whole thing where Aaron Rodgers arrives in camp and everybody's excited. Oh, look at the zip on the ball. Look how he all that.
And he didn't do shit.
And they had to go up. Yeah. And he did nothing when it came time for action, he was done in 4 plays.
Yeah.
That was the first year though, right?
Right.
Yeah. I thought that was funny.
Hard Knocks came out, and there was so much excitement. I mean, it was Hollywood. It was and Aaron Rodgers is in the building, and everybody was excited. And then what did he do? He came out, with the ceremony. Opening game of the season, Monday Night Football, and then bam.
And then splattered him.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you couldn't have written this.
I'll tell you what, if he retires tomorrow, he's got a good chance at some kind of marketing gig.
Oh, yeah.
He marketed the hell out of the Jets last year.
He sure did.
He marketed the hell out of my team.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's no
he
question
had
about
non-Jet fans saying, "Oh, damn, this might be the year."
This might be the year. Yeah.
Well, I
was getting ready to come out of retirement. I think I told y'all that. I was like, I'm getting ready to come out. I'm getting ready to watch some games. Televised. I'm letting the Nielsen rating know I'm watching.
By the time you put on Monday Night Football, he was gone.
Real shit. Real talk.
I was at a party, a Jets opening party at my cousin's house where he's got the TVs outside, barbecuing and everything, and real quick there, and then it went, bam. And the only thing that saved that night was how they won it. I think that all that was adrenaline, emotion, and everything like that. But otherwise, it was that whole Hollywood thing of Aaron Rodgers turned into a horror movie.
Weird story, guys. Y'all met my son.
Yes.
I went upstairs to get something. I happened to have my phone in my pocket.
Yeah.
I went upstairs in my guest room to get something, and I'm coming down the steps, and I hear my son's ringtone. I'm like, oh shit, he's finally gonna watch the game. Dad, did you see what happened? Down the steps. What steps? I went upstairs for a second. Why? I said, what happened, man? What happened?
Right,
Rodgers
right.
is out.
He's like my leg.
Yeah.
I
off
told
the field. I'm like,
You probably took more steps going up and down the stairs
Bro,
than
yeah.
Aaron Rodgers did that whole.
and the
told
funny
them.
thing
I
is,
told
guys,
them.
I never saw it. I saw the highlight because they
Yeah.
kept showing it
Right.
over and
Yeah.
over.
Yes. But
My
I told
son's
you.
yelling at me coming down the step. Why did you go upstairs?
Yeah.
Because I had
Yeah.
to get. What are you calling me for? Screaming.
Listen,
This guy's out for the.
I
That's
told you
crazy.
guys.
So I never saw it either. Live.
Told
So
you guys.
Yeah, that's
I
crazy.
told you
That's
guys.
crazy.
I said, listen, the only thing that you can do to guarantee success for that team is you have to take out a certain icon.
You gotta take out a certain icon.
No, yeah, you can groan all you want, but it's honest to God truth. You have to take that guy out. Stop him from selling his what's it? His hearing aids on infomercials at 2:30 in the morning. Yo, get that guy off the planet. Your troubles are over. That's it.
That's crazy.
It you know what? It would be an awful thing if you're right.
I'm trying.
He cuts around and dies, and we wouldn't.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't mean that. I'm sorry.
Trust me, nobody would congratulate you on that.
I didn't mean that.
Maybe
so
not.
I'm
But I know this much. I would be on here bragging about. I said I've told these guys for years.
Yeah.
Hey,
But you,
God bless Joe. Hey,
Whatever.
You know what? You may not like him, but he's got that one halo over his head.
yeah.
We haven't been able.
I don't know if it's a halo. To tell you honestly, I don't know.
Not only have we, well, we did get to the AFC Championship twice.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
On a couple of humbugs. But that being said,
Yes,
we've never really got that close. I think the best quarterback we had since Joe Namath was who? Ken O'Brien?
Oh, Ken O'Brien. Richard
O'Brien?
Yeah.
maybe Vinny Testaverde.
No,
wasn't one of us.
Testaverde was good.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
pretty good. Well, except for the turnovers.
Right,
We used to
Ken
call them.
O'Brien came out of that draft with
Yeah.
a shitload of quarterbacks. Remember?
Yeah. That was a big draft. That was a big draft.
O'Brien was pretty
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
He
We
was,
used
he
to
was
call
one of us.
Testaverde
We-
test the turnover.
Yeah.
But we drafted Ken O'Brien. He was one of us.
yes,
Yeah.
he
You
was.
know, so
Right.
And sadly, they chose Kenny O'Brien over Dan Marino. Who remembers that?
yeah.
Really?
Or
Yeah.
Marino.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I think Marino went before him.
I don't think so. I'm not. I don't think so, Dom.
I'm gonna look it up, guys.
Look it up. If I'm wrong, I'll listen. I could be wrong, but I thought that they passed over Marino for Kenny O'Brien. I'm pretty sure.
Wait a minute. Who was the quarterback that used to throw them mid 5 to 9 yard noodle pass?
Chad Pennington.
Pennington. That's who that. Yep.
Chad Pennington.
I think
We used to call them the mid-range kids. We had nicknames for everybody corny. You know what I'm saying? Like he was the mid-range kid.
I think Chad has a son or something that's playing.
Does he?
College or something? Or high school?
Is he doing the same type of passes?
I don't know. I just remember seeing something and seeing this kid and realizing that it's Chad's son.
Okay. I you know what? Not for nothing. He may have been corny, but I kind of like Chad.
I love Chad Pennington. I'm joking, but that dude got he did the work. He wasn't gonna give you no deep ones though.
Nah.
Yeah. But he did his job. He did his job.
I wasn't mad at
and sometimes that's really all you need. You need, and some teams are built where you just need somebody not to ruin it for you.
Exactly.
Right.
And he was that guy. He was that guy. I can't lie.
Yeah, he's not going to hurt you in those situations.
You know.
Let's
do some moving on. It's still in the lane of the NFL. Can they be stopped?
Sure they can. I can tell you right now how to stop him.
Okay, please.
You were right,
So
yeah.
Ken O'Brien was drafted 24th. Dan Marino
Right.
27th.
Mhm.
Nice.
But here's the quarterbacks, guys.
Yeah.
Hey.
John Elway,
Mm.
Blackledge,
Oh wow.
the one we just said, the Jet,
Ken
O'Brien.
Ken O'Brien, Tony
Mhm.
Eason.
Tony Eason. That's right. He
Remember
went
him?
there last.
I
That's
ain't
right.
heard that
Right.
in a minute.
Right. Yeah. Tony Eason. Yep.
Yeah.
That's
Those
right.
were the quarterbacks that came out in 1983.
83.
But can
Okay.
you believe that?
Can
You believe that? Can you imagine if the Jets had Marino at that time?
Yeah. My memory of Marino and the Jets was that when that fake he did, where he thought he was going to spike it and beat them at Giant Stadium. Yeah, that's my memory of that.
Yeah, I think what hurt Marino in that draft, if my memory serves me correctly, I was alive.
Mm-hmm.
His mobility was questionable coming out of Pitt.
Okay,
I think there was he had some kind of issue with his legs or one of his knees, and his mobility was limited.
Yeah.
And he dropped in the draft. But then again, John Elway went first.
Yeah.
Right.
And he didn't get drafted by Denver. Remember?
Right.
Yeah.
He got drafted by the Colts and said he was going to go play for the Yankees.
Right, exactly.
Right.
Yes,
that's right.
He's going to be an outfielder for the Yankees.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, he had that cannon. Yeah.
We're all old enough to remember that. I mean,
indeed. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, let me get back.
Sorry,
no, it's all good. I'm glad you went and checked that out. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up, dog. The Kansas City Chiefs, can they be stopped? Now, David, you have a theory that about them being stopped. I want to hear this.
Yeah, the KC question for me is are buying that Kansas City Chiefs hat. That's how you're going to stop them. That's how you stop them. Point.
Well, I consider myself a jinx, so maybe I should root for them. You know what I'm saying? Go join the Swifties and them, and and root for them. And this way, they'll lose. You know, because I gotta tell you that Mahomes is not. I mean, damn, how can I say this? He could pull games out. There's no question about that. But I don't think this is one of his most dominating years like that. I've seen him make mistakes that he typically doesn't make as far as turning the ball over. I've seen that. I've seen him do quite a few overthrows and stuff like that. But the bottom line is this guy, Jesus, it's like, damn.
Yeah. For this era, I mean, he is that guy. I mean, he's got he's got the talent, he's got the resume, he's also got he's got a team.
Yeah. I mean, for a guy that looks like Kermit the Frog, I'm just saying I mean, he's got it. He's definitely got it. I gotta give him respect. I know in years past my hatred for the fans, not so much the team, it was the fans that drove my hatred for that team because I didn't want them to experience any type of success. I felt the fans didn't deserve it because they're a bunch of jerks, and they're looking like a Super Bowl favorite again.
How did that happen? How did you interact with Kansas City Chiefs fans?
Well, I know, right?
I've never
you know what it was. You know what it was? I'm gonna tell you the story real quick. Okay. What had happened? See,
what had
happened was I was on Twitter, which is now X, and I had made a statement about because it was either Tyreek Hill or Kareem Hunt at the time. I think it was Tyreek Hill, and it was it was like a case regarding child abuse.
Okay.
And I think it was against Tyreek Hill, and I had made a statement saying something to the extent of, instead of worrying about your guy catching receiving balls and whatnot and scoring touchdowns, why don't you guys focus on his legal trouble? You know what I'm saying? Like the safety. You guys don't care about the safety of children.
Children.
Yeah.
Okay. So essentially, you started it.
So then I get all these people coming after me. They were trolling me nonstop.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to put something else out there. I said, well, you know what? I said, I truly hope that guy, the Rocket Man in North Korea, he develops some missiles and throws it out to Missouri and kills you all.
Wow. Wow. Well, and you wonder why they don't like you.
Yeah. I also
that's just in North Korea.
Yeah.
My man Kim Jong, exactly. I was
Yeah.
like, yo, I said if I had a hotline, I'd be like, yo, I know we could launch a few.
Wow.
The state of Missouri, get them.
Well, I'm so glad I asked this question because I never knew, because I was like, what did they do to R? What did they do?
Well, you should never troll me. I'm gonna come at you. I'm like, listen.
Damn.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
I did look it up, guys. Their best chances of losing this year are this weekend against Buffalo and the last weekend against the Steelers.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
The rest of their schedule is
easy.
Very favorable, yes. I mean, anything can happen. Don't get me wrong.
Right, and
I'm talking about straight up competition and
right.
A solid team.
Right.
All right. Well, we might have, if we can't reach Kim Jong Un, we can at least get R.
Right.
Oh, if I had that,
now I believe what I text.
Yeah.
We should. Rodney Jones, do you denounce Satan? Damn it! I mean, you went through a whole state getting blown up.
Wow. Kill them. They're useless anyway. They're useless. They date their sisters and all that. Come on, they're useless. Okay, the hell with them.
And they ain't stopped winning since.
Yep.
Yeah.
They ain't stopped winning since. Yeah.
Well, you talk about laugh. I mean,
yeah, right.
I'm sorry. You're my boy, R, but damn, you start some dumb shit.
You really, I mean, you talk about.
I blame you, Satan.
Well, listen, I did something out of the kindness of my heart. I was like, I showed concern for a child, a minor.
Right.
Come on.
Started off good, R.
Yeah, you really did. You started off good. We're gonna, that poor child, and
Come on, you went Kim Jong Un on a mother.
You really did. Because I'm sure they have stiff laws in North Korea against child abuse too.
Yeah.
But, yes. I'm just saying, man. Don't do that. And then they coming after me. I'm like, oh, really? Oh, well, wait till you get a load of me when I say this. You know?
I'm surprised back then where Twitter wasn't as I don't want to say fan friendly as it is today.
Yeah.
Back then they suspended you for everything. I mean, there was really no.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, people might be mad at Elon Musk, but at least he gives you the freedom to, express yourself. I don't even know if he would have bought that one. Or I mean, let's go off a whole state. That sounds a little.
It's dark, right? That's real dark, right there.
I went from defunding the police to blowing up the police station. I mean,
he sure did. I mean, can we at least get the children out of the state?
Yeah, please,
yeah. Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, you can do that. Yeah. That's the whole thing. I try to look out for the kids. That's all.
I went Michael Jackson on him. Rodney loves the children, but I'm gonna blow their ass up because I hate the Chiefs.
Yeah, the whole state up.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me get back to these Chiefs and not my hatred for those fans.
Okay, yeah.
I think you cleared it up though.
I'm really glad you did because now I have context.
Yes, I wish you would have showed your face during the story.
Yeah. Well,
actually, one day I got to go out there and see the Negro Hall of Fame out in Kansas City.
Right.
So I can't have my face all over the place.
That's true, and you might want to use your other name.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. You know, so with that being said, I think honestly, you said Dom, you said this weekend they play Buffalo. Uh,
And last
I
weekend they
see.
played the Steelers.
For some reason, I see another crushing loss for Buffalo. Yeah, another one. And then the last week, the Steelers. That I think they're gonna get beat before that. You know what I'm saying? If they get past Buffalo, I think they'll get beat by one of these teams where they're supposed to annihilate, and it'll be a shocker. Just to
The
get that one.
weekend, the weekend before the last weekend, they played the Steelers. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay, gotcha. But I think it'll be somewhere in between that Buffalo game and that Steeler game where they actually lose. You know, it'll be a upset, and just to get that one loss off their chest.
Maybe
The only other winning team they play, besides the Bills and the Steelers are the Texans.
So
If I'm not mistaken, everybody else has a losing record.
Well, there you go. And how about the Steelers? Where that? Who saw that coming?
I got to apologize.
But then again, I can't be that shocked because again, this team, this organization, how many years have they ever had like a below 500 record?
Yeah,
never under Tomlin.
Not exactly.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. This guy has more lives than a cat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we were just talking about that. Yeah, his longevity is crazy.
His longevity is amazing, and he always gets the best out of these players. Yeah. Always.
It's nothing you could say about his method, man. Like he's there. He's gonna give you a chance, right? And I mean, whatever your outlook on anything is, right? Like that should be the bottom line. I mean, you know, with all of this crazy, chaotic stuff in sports, where like we hire and fire people for nothing. It's like at least on that end, like it's his record. Yeah. And it's what he gets from his players and the love from his players that probably got him, unless he got some blackmail tapes, you know, we don't know about, right? No one can question his record. No one can, and no one can.
But that's the thing too, Live. I mean, if you have blackmail tapes, then you don't need the record. I mean, he's got.
I got you. Right. I was definitely trying to be funny, man.
Yeah, no, I got you. I got you. But you know, just for Tomlin, you know, the way coaches come and go around here, that team is consistently given an opportunity to win with him.
The only knock against him, guys. First of all, he holds the record for most winningest seasons, 17. Right. Wow, he 17. Does have a losing record in the postseason.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Unfortunately. But
17 straight years, guys. There ain't nothing. He got to be the longest standing coach.
Yeah. It has to.
Yeah.
It has to be. I mean, outside.
Again, the Steelers don't do that. What if the Steelers have 2 coaches?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Chuck Noll and Mike Tomlin, 3.
And that's it.
Yeah.
What's my name? Bill Cowher.
And Tomlin. That's it.
Yeah. I mean, that's insanity. That's insanity.
Yeah.
Yeah. So historically, they hold on to them dudes. They don't. They give them shots.
Yeah.
You know, they let them hang themselves.
Exactly. Right. You know, so
what's the name on his side too? That rapper. What's her name?
Who?
Flo Rida? Not Flo Rida.
No.
Gorilla.
Glorilla. Yeah.
You know, she be handing out water bottles at the game and
God,
training camp. Yeah, she's a big
Yeah,
she's like Steelers fan.
Oh, I had no idea. I couldn't name a Glorilla.
I just see the little video of it because he actually invited her to training camp.
What was the thought process behind the name? I don't understand it. Am I missing something?
I mean, Meg the Stallion, right? I mean, you named yourself after a man horse.
Right. Like, yeah. But you know, in fairness, I mean, I don't know. I just don't get I don't. At least you put her name in front of it. So Meg, you know.
No, Glow. I'm right with you with Glorilla, man. Look, that's
Is that the way you pronounce it, Glorilla?
it's
Yeah,
Glow with an L. Yeah, it's Glorilla. It's
Why?
you ugly like it's raw.
Yeah,
Why?
exactly.
Because Harambe was taken already. I mean,
now you're gonna make me look up her real name. There,
is her name Gloria?
Oh,
find out.
now it still ain't fresh though. It's still not.
It's not.
Still not.
Yeah, it's a no.
It's
I
a play on glory. That's even more actually it's even stupider. Right?
Right.
Like, you
There you
play on your own name had you ended up with a simian with a simian name.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh well, look at this. Look who's here. A little late today.
Just
Sir
a little.
Reginald.
Just a little.
No, a lot actually. Okay.
Mind your business. Mind your business. How that computer making out for you?
I mean, it's okay.
Fellas, how y'all doing? I'm
You
sorry.
right, man.
How y'all fellas doing tonight?
Yes, sir.
Hey, good news. Her name is Gloria.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah. I win the prize for tonight. Okay, because that's the only thing that I could think of that would make it
sense.
You're right, Dave. You're right. Yeah.
Okay, it's still a fail. It's still a fail. Somebody give her a thesaurus or something, and let's come up with something.
She need to switch that up.
Yeah, for real. That's ridiculous. I was like, ooh. It's like,
I mean, and you know what's bad about that? Because I've been going who for like about 10 years now. I'm just like, I'm finished. Like there is nothing left in any of this crap. Like just
it's done.
Well, I'm glad she's doing something for the Steelers, though. You know what I'm saying? She's passing out water bottles. That's what's up. I'm good with that.
Okay, who we talking about?
Glorilla.
Oh my Lord!
See, I don't even want to say her name no more now. That's crazy. I've never like delved into how that's making me feel right now. Like
it's upsetting to me.
It's bad. I mean, again, I was hating Meg Thee Stallion. I was horrified. Like that and mind you, you know what I'm saying? She can definitely get it. You know what I'm saying? Like I thought she was very attractive. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, Meg Thee Stallion? No, you can't get nothing after that. No.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
like
I I'll leave that alone. But But
I'm sorry, I took this way off the Steelers, but
that's okay. The Stallions are only males. Like,
well, might be trying to tell you something.
Yeah, it's bad business because I found it attractive, and you be on some man shit. That's
so it makes you feel a certain way about yourself.
Look, yeah, we could. What's that other topic?
So was it the Steelers or was it the coach? Oh, my fault.
Oh yeah, right. Bringing it back.
Moving right along.
We decided
moving right along.
The ball. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying exactly. All right, how about this one in the lane of basketball? The Cleveland Cavaliers to be taken seriously.
No,
I know some of you. See, I knew it.
Who
Didn't even give me a chance.
I said no.
David.
I mean, seriously, and what, like,
as a contender?
Let me tell you,
they're going to sustain this kind of ferocity and the whole year.
I'm gonna put it like this: if they win,
somebody's saying they're going to be undefeated now. No, that's crazy.
No, right, but
I take them seriously until they win the Sippy Cup. I won't take them seriously.
I can see them maintaining.
10 is in danger.
I can see them maintaining the top four.
Top four? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
mean, I remember recently, in recent years, maybe like 10, 15 years ago, you remember when the Atlanta Hawks had the best record, I believe, in the Eastern Conference.
Mhm.
And they didn't have that one player. They played as a team.
Right.
You know,
Right.
where maybe the top scorer had 18 points, but the rest of them was like 16, 15, and so on and so on,
Mhm.
whatnot. Yeah, when you see where that landed them, nothing.
Right.
But
Right.
Nothing.
I
But
gotta say
they
this,
got a lot
guys.
of. Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
I gotta say this.
Mhm.
3 years ago, they traded their top pick, Colin Sexton, the point guard.
Yeah.
They traded Laurie Marketing when they didn't want to go with the three bigs at one time. Laurie Marketing, hell of a shooter.
Well, yes,
Everybody was
yes,
like,
Tom.
oh my God, what are they doing? I'll tell you what, guys, the average age of their starting five is 24 years old.
Yeah.
Mm.
This is their third year together. Now I'm taking my Knicks hat off. I'm just going to put my NBA hat on.
Okay.
There ain't many teams could say that, guys.
Right.
They're
true.
going on their third, some of them fourth year together. We all laughed when Jared Allen signed with them. We all laughed when they got Mobley. And this kid hasn't even reached his potential yet.
Right.
Yeah.
Then they went and strengthened their bench. They got knocked out the playoffs 2 years in a row by pretty good teams, the Knicks and the Celtics.
Right.
And I'm telling, when you look at their team, guy, like if you're a Knicks fan, a Net fan, whatever fan you are, just don't look at that. Look at their roster. Look at what they're doing. And I mentioned this to somebody last night. You could take your Mobleys, your Donovan Mitchells. To me, only me as an NBA fan, that Garland kid is the difference.
That's the one.
He is the difference. Because this kid went from mediocrity, but building every year to 20 and 7. He's averaging 20 points, 7 assists a night.
Right.
Are they going to go undefeated? No.
No.
I'll say this, guys. At this pace, here's the funny thing. Everybody says it's early. But in the NBA, early turns into late real quick because you're playing 3 games a week. So if you're at 11 games, 13 games now, you'll be at 16 next week. The week after that, we'll be a quarter of a way through the NBA season. And what are we going to say? Oh, they're going to fall off. Well, I ain't going to say they're going to win a chip, guys. But the way they did this, the way they built this team, and the balls to say, okay, second round, first round, but we're sticking what we got. We're running this back because we think we're good enough. And I think, believe it or not, that may be the Knicks' problem right now. You sacrifice left to get right.
And now it's all wrong.
Exactly. And now you got a team like Cleveland that we laughed at. Oh, they could win 80 games, but show me what they'll do in the playoffs. Well, you know what? Unless you win a chip, you can say that about any team. Show me what they do in the playoffs.
That's exactly right.
But they're the one team, guys, that I kept looking at for like 2 years, even though we beat them.
Right.
I kept thinking they just keep bringing the same guys back, but they keep adding to their bench.
And those same guys are getting better.
Exactly, Brett. Exactly.
No, Garland definitely took a step in that.
Donovan Mitchell's almost the oldest guy on the team at 27.
Yeah, and that's crazy. Garland showed us in the playoffs that that because he down there carried them too. But I will say this: my thing for them, the test is going to be is when they hit a rough patch.
Right.
At that age,
exactly.
Yeah.
How do they bounce back from that? Because again, veterans have more that mindset of we know there's peaks and valleys. Young cats sometimes don't understand that aspect of it.
Do you guys think that Kenny I'm happy for Kenny Atkinson.
Right. That's another thing.
Right.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Example, guys. Example. Darius Garland, I think it was the second or third game of the year. At the Garden. 34 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals, 2 block shots.
Yeah, he killed him.
At the Garden.
He was bouncing all over the place. He could not stop him. Could not stop him.
On the big stage. Yep.
Yeah.
But the thing is, every one of these guys except for Donovan Mitchell, Every
Right.
one of these guys. I mean, come on. We watched Jared Allen with the Nets. He was good. Don't get me wrong. But he's a game changer now on Cleveland.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to get you 15, 16 points, protect the
There's
rim,
no
and get you
question.
10, 12 rebounds.
Right.
What more can you ask, guys? I mean,
yeah, and it looked like Mobley took a step.
fellas. Trust me.
Looked like Mobley maturated a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, he's doing his
Definitely.
thing up there, man. He's doing his thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I know he probably was he was probably the most comp he had that Cat had this year because he took the Cat. He took the Cat, and Cat couldn't really defend that dude. So it was. I was impressed. I was impressed and a little worried. I was like, okay, so we gotta get chemistry now. Like our thing is chemistry. Okay, so and they have it. They've been together, like Dom said, 3-4 years.
So this is what we all talk about, but we're actually seeing it happen. We have a team that has a guy, and they're waiting on him. You understand? They're watching him. They're watching him progress and everything like that. A lot of teams want that. I need it right now.
Right.
You know, but this is the reward that you get for waiting on a Cat that's a very high draft pick that had a slow start. Now he's finding his niche. He's getting his rhythm. And what is this, year number 4 for him, if I'm not mistaken?
Something like that. 3-4. Yeah.
So you got to give these kids time, and it's like time waits for nobody. They're like, I need you right now. I need this right now. I'm loving this. I'm loving everything Cleveland is doing. I'm loving everything about it.
They're also in a market where they are afforded that time.
Yeah. Because they probably got three reporters in they locker room. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm gonna say something a little off the wall, but y'all gonna probably either laugh at me or cremate me, whichever one.
Listen to R. We've already had off the wall. We've gone.
Okay, well, you know, I don't think nobody could be more off the wall than R.
Yeah.
And how much credit you think LeBron James is going to get for that if Cleveland wins the championship?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna have to put some Legos on that though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They gotta connect. That's 7 degrees of separation on that. They're gonna find a way though.
They're gonna find a way.
Well, again, not a LeBron hater because I'm not, but I promise you, if Cleveland does do something, I bet you LeBron James is going to get some credit somewhere somehow.
Well, here's the funny thing to that, Reg. None of their draft picks are a product of LeBron leaving.
Really?
Right. Yeah, that's why I said they're gonna have to put Legos on that. They're gonna have to stir up a real fine story for that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't doubt that they could do it though.
24 years old. They got Allen via the free agency.
The Nets trade, yeah.
They got Donovan via a trade.
Free agent?
Yeah.
They drafted.
No, they traded for him and then he re-signed. That's right.
Allen.
Yes.
Okay.
And then you see the bench they put together.
And then you got Karis LeVert there.
I think Dang or Liang, whatever that guy's name is, I think he's a draft pick. Yeah. But other than that, you know, they got a handful of draft picks, handful of free agents.
Actually, I think Niang played with Philly at one point.
I played with somebody else.
He might have.
You know what I think the biggest thing was for Cleveland, in my opinion, and I think I think Don might have touched on it earlier, is the coach.
Yeah.
This year definitely. This year definitely.
It's the coach. I don't know what he said to these dudes, but these dudes is remarkable right now.
Well, he playing them the way they're supposed to. You know what I'm saying? He put Okoro on the bench.
Remember that year he took the Nets to the playoffs?
Yeah.
And Durant and Irvin didn't want him as a coach.
Yeah. They were hurt and they didn't even play.
That was the problem.
That was the bubble. That was the bubble season.
Yeah.
Guys?
That was the bubble season, and he had the Nets rocking. Now, just imagine if they would have stayed and had him as coach.
This is why Bishop
Steve
likes
Nash.
to say, "Oh, he's a guy. It's us against the world type of thing. Maybe it is, but it works.
Yeah.
It works
Yeah.
with certain teams.
Yeah.
It works. Yeah, you understand? And I think we're seeing that right now.
That
Currently,
works,
what's going
that works well with a young team too.
Right.
for sure.
Right.
He had Allen playing for him. He had LeVert playing for him during that season. So they know what he wants.
Right. 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 I mean, and plus you got the whole league not even saying nothing about y'all, and they talking about Celtics. They talking about New York. They
Right,
talking
right.
about everybody except them, and now they the ones more or less leading the pack. And so
Guess what? Let them keep talking. Thank you.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not again.
You know,
I'm still in my little 20 game bubble right now. I'm not. It don't even matter. You know what I'm saying?
right? It don't
We
matter.
not. We still match. We still trying to get rhythm. We trying to get what they got, which is chemistry. So
Well, like I
Right.
said, if Cleveland
There you
wins
go.
the Sippy Cup tournament, then they're real.
sippy cup ass thing.
You know what? You are out of control.
Check this out, guys.
Tom's favorite measure of
Sippy cup with one handle on it.
In
Yeah.
3 years since 2019, they drafted 3 players in the top 5.
Right.
Garland, Okora, and Mobley. And they're all on the starting 5. They're all
Wow.
on the starting 5.
Right.
And ain't none of them over 24 years old.
Beautiful.
Yeah. That's what's up. Exactly.
That's crazy. Well,
There you
here to make the connection for Reggie, I think that we will credit LeBron for not deciding to go back home to end his career.
And,
There we go.
and with that being said, let's talk about the man real quick.
Wow, what a segue.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about this dude for a second.
Yeah.
Listen.
This dude is 80 years old for numbers like this.
39 years
39
old.
The man owns a hyperbaric chamber. He has to have it. Has to.
Yes.
He got one with some ice in it because that man look.
That's crazy. It's crazy what he's doing.
What he did, he took Bronny's youth. And
oh my God.
Stuck your bitch ass.
Wow.
He said that's why he wanted Bronny so close to him.
Right.
Wow. What was that horror movie by Jordan Peele? That first one.
Get Out?
Get Out.
Yeah.
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 One of those scenarios.
Yeah.
Body jumping.
Yeah. Oh no.
That's crazy. I mean, but look, he's the first player like him, right? That I actually saw and paid attention to what he was doing. I hated Jordan so much. I refused to watch Jordan games except for the ones we played.
Yeah.
I ain't never had Jordans in my life. You know what I'm saying? Not one pair. I hated that dude. So I did not. I only found out I only saw that he was a bad mofo on YouTube. Because I refused to watch the guy.
You were a straight Jordan.
I was staunch. I was staunch. I wasn't. In the '90s, you couldn't tell me nothing.
Wow.
It was the Knicks or nothing. I used to try to beat cats up because they had 2 jerseys on. What 2 jerseys? What? How you root for 2 teams? That don't matter. That don't. Don't do that. So
wow.
I was bad with it. I was very, very mental with it. But LeBron is a different story, and I saw him do his thing all over the place and actually achieve what they said, because they got monikers on all these brothers, man, that come out and he's gonna be this, he's gonna be that. He excelled. And it wasn't it wasn't the regular favoritism. Of course, he got the league calls and he got the favoritism with some of that. Yeah, okay. But he had to produce that, man, and he did. He did. So
no question.
Yeah.
You gotta give. I don't like him.
Yeah,
I probably don't like him more than I didn't like Jordan. And yes, I'm guilty. I still have Jordans in my closet.
Okay.
But that being said,
I think again we go with this era stuff, and we got to admit because we was all around for the '90s.
Mhm,
Not
mhm.
saying somebody couldn't or can or might not be able to play in the '90s as
Mhm.
opposed to playing today. The NBA has geared it toward the player.
Right.
So,
Mhm.
and the numbers are proving it. The
Mhm.
numbers and the ratings are proving it.
Mm.
Because some fans are just tired of this shit. You know, you got every game is 120 to 118,
Right.
and it's just like a free for all. But
For sure.
at his age, and he's almost, I mean, again, the season's early, 11 games, but he's almost averaging a triple double.
Right.
And he, God damn. I know he got one the other night.
And I
God.
hate hearing stats. I hate hearing stats like this.
He got one back to back actually.
Right, he's the oldest player to have three triple doubles in a row. Well,
Right.
that's like saying he was the youngest player to do when he didn't go to college, because that means we're taking away the Will Chamberlains, the Kareems, the Jerry
Right.
Wesses, the Oscar
Right.
Robinsons, even the Bernard Kings, who went to college.
Mhm.
We didn't have the luxury of guys floating in after a year, no years. You know, so the numbers are always going to be skewed. But that being said, my question is, other than Reggie saying he goes in a hyperbolic chamber, can he keep it up at his age? Because you know he's had injuries during seasons probably because of his age, and he plays a lot of minutes, guys. He goes exactly against what me and R were talking about before y'all came on. This minutes police shit.
Right.
You know, y'all supposed to be the greatest athletes in the world, and the only one proving it is LeBron.
Right. Yeah.
He's on the cusp of 40. I think he turns 40 in December.
He turns 40 during the season.
Yeah, December.
I gotta start complaining then.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying?
LeBron
For sure. He's doing this
about minutes, do you?
No. He's out there. And that's because he has, not only does he have a respect for the game, but he has a love for the game. That's obvious. And I think
he'll be 40 years old in about 5 weeks.
Yep.
Right. Right. Okay. I think he's gonna play another year. He said maybe two. It depends. And what I like about him, he's humble. What I like about LeBron is he's like, listen, I don't want to be one of those guys that's just out there just to be out there.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
And I respect that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, you one of those dudes. You're real with it. I respect the dude. I'm not gonna say is he the greatest of all time. I don't get in those conversations. Because I hate that.
Right.
You know
I hate it too.
I can't stand that.
To your point, I think it is because he respects the game. One thing that you can say about a lot of guys who have a lot of talent is that something else comes before the game. As much as LeBron may have going on off the court, he's about basketball. No one has ever questioned whether or not LeBron is about basketball.
Right. Right. Yeah, there you go. Exactly. So is he the best of his generation? I would say
without a doubt.
Yeah. It's not even.
And we could also throw in, and I'm gonna use a baseball reference. He's like the Derek Jeter of basketball.
No, he's like the Barry Bonds of basketball.
No, I mean, I'm talking when I say Derek Jeter, I mean in the tabloids and in the new, you never heard anything bad about this dude.
Okay, right. Nah, of course,
never.
And I'm just amazed.
And we know Derek Jeter ran through some women. Not saying LeBron has. We know Derek Jeter has ran through some women, but you never heard a peep.
Well, that's because he was smart. He used to make them sign NDAs.
And I will, listen. And I will also say, a difference between LeBron and Jeter is that Jeter remained a single man, a bachelor.
Right.
Pretty much throughout his career. I don't know. Did he get married after he retired?
Yeah, he married. Yes, after.
So whereas LeBron, and Savannah, they were high school sweethearts, and as far as we know, he was a family man from the time that he first entered the league, pretty much. So So in that regard, he wasn't putting himself in situations where so LeBron wasn't at these acting like a single man.
Right. And we always talking about how many cats ain't got no rings because of Jordan, right? How many brothers ain't got no rings because of him? Right? Like I mean, think about how many times he was there.
Yeah,
right.
That stretch for the Eastern Conference where he made the every year.
Every year. It was a wrap. Whether he was in Cleveland or on the Heat, it was a wrap.
Yeah, but the difference between him and Jordan not only went through the league, he went through your ass in the playoffs, the championship. Never got to a game 7, never lost a championship. And just think, if he didn't go play baseball, they could have won what? 5 in a row, 6 in a row, 8 in a row.
Well, 2. He would have won 2. He would have won at least 2 more.
Right. He could have won 8 in a row because he won 3 in a row, went and played baseball, came back, won 3 more.
Right.
Yeah. Could have at least won 6 or 7 in a row, at least.
Right.
So that to me as a basketball fan, that was the difference. Jordan stomped your ass during the regular season, the postseason, the championship. He was just you. And I hated him like you, Live. Don't get me. I'm a Knicks fan. I couldn't stand seeing him beat us year after year.
Right. No, you know what made me hate that motherfucker? You know what I'm saying? remember when he came on the court talking about he gave us 55. Now that was the sick game, right? It was another one where he said he had found some sneakers in the closet. And he played the whole game and found out they was too small. I was like, get the fuck out of here with that fairy tale like Mike shit. Get the fuck.
He found some sneakers hanging on a wire.
He said he found them and he played and he got about 40, 50 on us, right? And then he I found these some blah 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 blah, and I found out they was 2 size smaller. Get the fuck out! You pushed your corns in some tight shit and got 50 on the man.
Wow!
I was like this.
So he's disingenuous.
Like,
he was disingenuous. That's why you don't like him.
I can't stand that dude.
Let me say this, Dom. You said how we were all there, except for Live. We were all there in the 90s. This the whole decade. But do you remember when the NBA was must-see TV?
Oh,
of course. These matchups. I remember back in the early 90s. I would play softball on Sundays, and then we'd run home to watch Jordan and the Knicks at the Garden. That was must-see TV, and I think when we talk about and
they didn't disappoint.
And they never got a classic. You always got a classic, and as much as I was a Knicks fan then and still am now, I had to appreciate at the end of the day. Okay, we didn't beat Jordan, got us again, but you know what? I knew that I was seeing greatness, and I appreciated the theater of it. And today, I don't feel that. I think that there are a number of reasons. These kids. I think it was what was it on Facebook? I think you were in a conversation where they were talking about the ratings, and I think that the guy who was doing that 5 reasons. One of the things that he really hit on is that these kids don't watch the games like that.
No.
Right. I have some kids in my school that you could tell actually watch the game. They can talk about it. But for the most part, they're a quick, highlight. They'll watch YouTube or whatever it is.
Right. And I mean, there wouldn't be a dunk, right? The dunk that Starks had. Right. There wouldn't be any magnetism on there without it being on Jordan, right? Or it being
Exactly. Against the
about the
Bulls.
mystique that Jordan created. So
Yeah.
please don't act like I don't understand the significance of him. Right? You know what I'm saying? I just hate the shit out that dude.
And to think, Dave, a lot of that, like probably 94 on, was like the height, the early height of my military career.
Okay.
Because remember, I retired in 08.
Right.
So yeah, we're going 86 to 08. So I missed a lot. But the shit that I did see, like, again, I was fortunate enough to see the most embarrassing thing as a Knicks fan when Charles Smith missed those bunnies. Y'all heard me talk about it a million times.
Yeah.
That's right.
But I gotta say, when it came to Jordan, there was just something. I don't know if it was the arrogance, with the licking the fingers, the sticking his tongue out, the flyest sneakers, and the way he just moved was just different.
The baggy shorts.
No, he was more athletic. He was more ruthless than anybody on the court. Anybody.
And I'll say this about, because I don't like to do the comparisons either, but I think that LeBron is villainized for things that Jordan was your classic villain when it came to, because not only was he nasty, but he'd almost like tell you this is what I'm going to do. LeBron doesn't have that nastiness about him.
Right.
So the things that people dislike about LeBron are things like the decision, some of the questionable statements he may make about needing help and those kind of things, or just the fact that he was hyped so much that there are some people that are like, I don't care what he does, I'm never going to root for him. So, but as a person,
ask Skip Bayless.
Ask Skip Bayless. As a person, LeBron is a much more likable person than Jordan is.
Right.
So I think in that regard, but I would just want to ask the group if LeBron, with his talent, if he had the mentality of a Jordan or even a Kobe,
right. There you go, Dave. And that's the thing I was going to say. I think because of LeBron and the asphyxiation of him versus Jordan, that we forget about Kobe.
Yeah.
Because when you compare like sheer talent, athleticism, killer instinct, didn't give two shits about you, your family, your little kid in the audience.
Exactly.
That was more of a correlation of a Jordan. And that killer instinct, and I'm gonna do whatever it takes. I will sit on your throat to win a game.
To the extent Jordan wasn't there to make friends, he was there to win championships.
Exactly.
Which is what he did.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Unless you was in an elite crew, because all the superstars, he was good with. He was good with Ewing. He was good with Barkley. He was good with Magic.
Right.
He was good
because he beat him.
Well, I mean, he had no choice but to beat all of them. But what it is, even I knew that them dudes was in his inner circle.
Well,
they were actual friends. He didn't befriend anybody else, including like what's the coach Golden State? He was like, we got friends.
Yeah, but you know what I will say. So I'll say that Jordan's affinity with these other players was like Thanos' affinity with the Stones. He collected, so each one that he was friends with, he beat, and added them to his collection. You know,
no, that's bad. That's
one of his closest
that's
friends.
actually even worse than what.
Yeah, one of his closest friends was Patrick. One of his closest friends was Patrick Ewing.
Yeah. I mean, that's
And how many times did he beat us? I mean,
he shit on us every time. I can't
time,
stand that dude.
every time he got, you know, but LeBron's whole thing from his whole story. If you look at his story, it was about friendships and wanting to play. You know, his best experiences about basketball was about camaraderie. If you look at his high school days, and then what he tried to recreate in Miami, it was about playing with people as opposed to beating people.
Right.
And so Jordan had friends that he wanted to beat, so he could. So when you're sitting there in retirement and you're around your friends, you say, "I beat you, I beat you." That's Jordan
exactly.
As opposed to LeBron saying, "I played with you, and we want that's the difference between the mindset and Kobe patterned so much of his game.
Yeah,
you know, you could tell that Kobe studied Jordan.
Yeah, no.
Oh yeah.
Kobe was the anime version of Jordan, most definitely.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
I don't know. I still think Kobe was a better basketball player than LeBron.
Wow.
I just.
Well, I mean, I can't get mad at that statement.
I just think in my heart of hearts, again, he was always a better shooter. He could get to the hoop as easy as LeBron did.
Yeah.
He was definitely a better defender.
Yeah.
He may not have been a better passer. And I might give a push when it comes to rebounding. But again, even LeBron was bigger than Kobe. And Kobe still was that guy.
Yeah.
I mean, and you think about this, guys. When Shaq left, they left Kobe for dead.
Yeah.
And didn't he win 2 more rings after Shaq?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And one was with a makeshift crew of Andrew Bynum, who is on a milk container right now. We never heard of him after he left the Lakers.
Right.
Pau Gasol, he was good. But, you know, you were still running with guys like Derek Fisher, Ron Artest. And you were winning chips, man. And never complained. He never said, "Hey, Dave, I'd love to have Wilt Chamberlain on my team." Or, "Damn, can we find Elgin Baylor?" I mean,
Smush Parker.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. He Smush Parker got mental.
I don't think nobody, guys, not to drag this out. I don't think nobody went through as many lows, highs, and stood that consistent than Kobe Bryant.
That's true. So why did you know, of course, posthumously, Kobe gets a lot more love, because I'll tell you, I was not a Kobe fan.
Me either.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, me.
But when he passed, and I started really watching a lot of Kobe highlights and things like that, and then not just on the court, but off the court, hearing him talk. I will say, and this is Kobe at this point was still alive, but you know, sometimes I've referenced playing NBA 2K, and one year they had him in the game as a when they're doing the commentary, and then they would say, and now we bring in Kobe Bryant, and he would have a perspective about the game. And I started listening to, as I'm playing, I'm listening to Kobe talk about game situations and certain references from his playing career, and I was like, wow, this guy really as far as the game. And then unfortunately passed that year, and then they removed him from the game, the commentary part, because that just would have been weird. But I have a greater appreciation in his death for Kobe than I did, and I don't like really saying that, because I don't want to be that guy, but it got me to really listen and check out Kobe a lot more. And so it's unfortunate in these conversations, it is the Jordan v. LeBron, and Kobe is often put to
Yeah.
the side in those conversations.
Right.
To that point, Dave, I think a lot of luster was lost on Kobe with the incident in Denver.
Denver,
Yeah.
I don't think people ever got past that.
yeah.
You understand that was the black eye for Kobe, but just like gambling was for Pete Rose,
Right. Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So I don't think he gets the due that he so deserved on the court.
Well, I think that's 100%. One of the reasons. I will say this before we get off that subject. One of the funniest lines. I mean, it was it's SNL. So there's a thin line between funny and tasteless. But when Kobe was going through that trial, I believe it was Maya Rudolph. She was playing Vanessa Bryant, and she was being interviewed, and somebody was talking about I don't remember what exactly they were saying, but it was something that was very like, what is the toughest thing and you're dealing with, and the person was talking about their life being so tough, and then the Vanessa Bryant character says about the problem is having to go to your husband's rape trial every day. And it was like, ouch.
That was bad.
Yeah. But it kind of put it in the context. So I think, Reg, you are right. That shine. There were people that, even if they wanted to, like, a lot of people never got past that.
And they never got past the verdict or the end of that either.
Right.
We see the stain.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it was he cheated on his wife.
Right.
So if that's going to be the stain, then so be it. But again, even during that time, Dave, homeboy was flying from Denver to the Laker games. Never missed a game.
Yep.
Never missed a game. All that shit he went through, he found his way to the arena wherever they were playing.
He sure did. Yeah.
So again, I just look at him differently, where, again, here's a guy that came out of high school. Jerry West said, we ain't letting him go to Charlotte. That shit ain't happening. We're going to work something out, get this kid to LA.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, he falls under the wing of one of the greatest players and executives known to the NBA.
Yeah.
And he never let Jerry West down.
Yeah.
Not one time.
True.
No matter what happened in his life, his career, he never let Jerry West down. And Jerry West tells that story in his book. That this kid was just something. I mean, y'all all saw the interviews after Kobe died and Jerry West getting, super duper emotional. This kid lived with him when they got him out of high school.
Yeah, that's
so. Again, Kobe ran the gauntlet, guys. I mean, like I said, the bad. Remember Kobe jacking up shots from the locker room at 18 years old. Everybody on his team wanting to kick his ass to championship, then another lull. And then championships again, and then a retirement. 20 years, same team.
Yep.
And
it's true.
See, that's the difference between, and I ain't gonna say me and any. I can look at things in a sports aspect. Of course, I'm a Knicks fan, I'm a Yankee fan, but I also love sports. So I can look at a Kobe Bryant and say, and again, we all watched what happened with him with that trial. And we all watched him on the court hours after the damn court ended that day.
Yeah.
Did we just ignore that shit? Like, oh, well, he has to be there. No, he didn't.
No. Because today, we have words like, mental health days. And stuff like
my toe hurts.
Yeah. And if anybody does,
load management.
Yes. If anybody warranted that, you're going through a trial that could determine your freedom,
right?
And then you're doing your job.
Look at the oxymoron of this shit, guys. Kobe Bryant doing what he did, and Joel Embiid saying in public, "I will never play back-to-backs again, not this year, my career. I will never play another back-to-back in my career.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Process keys. That's the fuck he is.
That's like us.
Process
That's
keys.
like us going to work saying, "Oh, we're going to work every other day."
Yeah.
Right.
I ain't working
Right.
past. I can imagine me saying in the Army, I ain't working past 4:30.
Yeah. Could you
Yeah,
imagine?
okay. Good luck with that.
Oh,
Good
I
luck
don't
with
feel
that.
like going there today.
Or going off on somebody because you leave work and they say see you tomorrow, and you're like tomorrow.
Right.
What?
Tomorrow, man. Listen here.
Yeah.
You already know.
What
You already know.
time did you have to get up when you were in the service, Don?
Shit.
And here's the weird thing: the higher the rank, the earlier I had to get up.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, because like
You had to be up before the
y'all
troops.
know,
That's true. Yeah.
y'all know when I always
Yeah,
tell people that the funny thing about the military, no knock for anybody listening, I've made a career out of it. Y'all know, but from E1 to E4,
Yeah.
the Army was like the greatest game of monkey see, monkey do.
Mm.
You could just watch the guy next to you, and
Yeah.
if he F's up, then we both F up, and we're both going to
Right.
suffer. But if
Right.
I didn't know what I was doing, and he happened to know what he was doing, we're golden. But
Yeah.
now you go from that to like sergeant, staff
Right.
sergeant, first sergeant.
Right.
You know, now your responsibilities get greater. Your coming to work time gets earlier.
Yeah.
Your being away from home gets greater. And again, y'all know, guys, I chose a different path while in the service. So
Right. Yes. Yeah.
yeah, but it was the greatest. You know, I used to tell guys at Fort Benning when they got off the bus, hey, you know what's a big secret nobody's gonna tell you at basic training? It's the greatest case of monkey see, monkey do you'll ever imagine. Watch the guy next to you. If he F's up, you're all gonna suffer.
Yeah.
But you might get lucky and he might be knowing what the hell he's doing, and you won't suffer by yourself. It was comical, guy. Y'all, you and Dave, you and R, y'all went to basic.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I also learned that basic training it's a game.
Yeah.
You know, it's really, and once you figure out the game, you know, you can make it.
And here's the thing, Dave, and I always stress this. You're going to do 1,000,001 things in the United States Army, and you're probably going to do them 1,000,001 times.
Yeah.
But there's only one thing you're only going to do once. Basic training.
Yeah.
So if you can't enjoy this, then shame on you, man.
Yeah.
Think of that. Everything you did in the service, you did 100 times over, except basic training.
Basic training.
One shot deal. Go for it. Have fun.
Yeah.
I did so many push-ups, not even fun.
Again, it was weird because I actually got to be on both ends of the spectrum. You know? So when you look back at like
he said, guys, I don't have to do push-ups no more.
We're all privates. We're all privates in basic training.
Yeah.
I would assume all of our aspirations were not career oriented, airborne, special, whatever.
Right.
We didn't have those. We just wanted to get the hell out of basic training. Let's be
honest.
That was a goal.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Help me get through this shit and I'll be all right.
Yeah.
Sorry guys, let me get through this last one.
Here we go.
Okay. Yes, it's early.
Right. I thought we was gonna get into Kamala Harris. Nah, just joking.
Wow.
Pause.
Oh God.
Good. I'm sorry. I didn't want to start an unhinged portion to get everybody mad. Yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm out of control.
Oh my God.
So before we go into the Knicks, we have not seen each other since the World Series ended.
Yeah.
So we never got to talk about that.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, you see how all of a sudden computers went down and busy schedules happened.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Well,
thank God.
Congratulations.
I'll say this, guys. There's a time when you just get your ass whooped.
Yeah.
The Yankees felt it. Again, I hate to bring it up. Kamala Harris felt it. There's been some ass whooping since the last time we spoke.
Yeah.
We went through a whole World Series, a whole campaign schedule for different people.
Yeah.
And this is our first time talking to each other.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna say this quick, and I'm not going to dwell on it, but I think it was more of shooting ourselves in the foot than getting our ass beat.
Are you talking about Kamala Harris or the Yankees?
The Yankees.
I would say both for some people.
Yeah,
but hey, I'm a
say
Yankee fan.
I think it was more shooting themselves in the foot than anything else.
Nah, you know what, guys? Not to get off the Knicks. I'm a Yankee fan. Y'all know that. Me and I think ours a Yankee fan too.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Yeah.
There are times, guys, when the better team wins.
Yes.
And I'm not afraid to say that.
Yeah.
You know, we couldn't hit for damn near mostly all of the playoffs. We had spurts and we had no spurts.
Mhm.
And you know, if we would have had just a little luck of the Mets, man, maybe it would have been, because I didn't even find it interesting, guys, to be honest. Matter of fact, we haven't seen each other.
No.
Right.
And I told y'all I went to the Knicks Heat game in Miami.
Yeah.
I probably spoke to y'all off.
Yes.
But
Right.
the Knicks whooped the Heat's ass.
Yeah.
Right.
The Dodgers, the Yankees was winning 5-0 while we were in the game watching the Knicks.
Mhm.
Right before the game ended, the Dodgers tied the game up.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
we're leaving the seating area and we're going to the escalators. And Knicks fans are going crazy. Go New York. Miami Heat fans started saying, "Let's go Dodgers."
Yeah. Of
Right.
course.
And people are looking at them like, and you got a baseball team in Miami
Yeah.
that was out of it in April, but you're saying you talk about petty. Get the fuck out. That showed me how weak Miami Heat fans are.
They were rooting for the National League team. That's what that was.
No, you know what it is too about Miami? No matter who they're playing, they've got a heavy fan base of the other teams.
And it's twice as bad with the Knicks, Dave.
Yes, right.
This was
all the transplants and stuff.
This was game what? I think this was game 3 of the season when I went.
Yes, I think it was. I believe it was, Don.
And it was, I'm going to go low, guys. I'm going to say 40-60.
Yeah.
40 Knicks. I'll go low, which it might have been 50-50, guys, but I'll give them the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah. It's like going to Atlanta Hawks game. Where I've been to a Knicks Hawks game.
Exactly.
And that arena is like so pro New York. I went and the Knicks lost. And then all of a sudden all the Atlanta people started showing their faces and making noise. You weren't making noise all game until the end.
Right. You know what's the worst one, guys? I've been to all the southern ones, Miami, Atlanta, Charlotte. The worst one for the home team, believe it or not, is Orlando.
Really?
That shit is 70-30.
Wow.
I'll be there I forgot when they play. I got a lot of Knicks fans from New York are going. They're having some watch party. I'm gonna drive on down. I'm trying to convince my wife to go to Charlotte on Black Friday. It's a day game. The Knicks are playing a day game on Black Friday in Charlotte.
Oh shit.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, ain't nobody gonna be there. You're gonna be at
the good thing is I get to drive there and home in the daylight. So
yeah.
I try to do the southern tour, guys. Miami, Orlando, Atlanta, Charlotte. Because those are like the closest stadiums. I mean, I got to fly to Miami. I ain't driving there.
But how many people actually live in Orlando that was born there?
None of them. Nobody.
Exactly. So that's why you got the 70-30.
Yeah. One of them.
Yeah. You probably got 10 people in the whole state of Florida that were born there.
Yeah.
Right.
That's crazy.
Again, not to get off the subject with the Knicks.
Right.
One last thing. We all grew up, and the older people ahead of us, the older folks that we knew, what was their favorite saying? Man, when I retire, I'm going to move to Florida. Remember? Everybody in New York wanted to move to Florida. And I guess a lot of them did. I mean,
a lot of them did.
They did.
Exactly.
And I think I'm gonna be one of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, good, Greg. We'll be close. We go to all the games.
There you go.
Man, listen here. And then they talk about this congestion pricing again. Not to get off the Knicks, man. I'm ready to be out, man.
Yeah.
Darn that.
The prices of home.
Is beautiful. I love saying
my son lives right outside of Fort Lauderdale in a place called Pompano Beach.
Right.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's like 45. It's like 15 minutes from Fort Lauderdale.
Mm-hmm.
You can't never measure going to Miami. It should take us 40 minutes to get to the arena, but whatever. But it's a nice little spot because he lives right on the water. Pompano Beach is a city, but it's the water.
That's dope.
Right.
Granted, the prices are going up.
Yeah.
But again, Florida, no state tax, blah blah blah. If you could deal with, depending on what color flag you fly, red, blue.
Yeah.
That's up to you. I don't, as much as I joke, guys.
Yeah.
My life ain't gonna change no matter who gets, elected.
Whoever is in there, your shit stay the same.
Exactly. I learned that
Exactly.
as I got older. As I got older, guys, I started worrying more about my money and my military, because of course I have a military background. So after that, guys, you know what?
Right.
Ain't nobody coming to get my car, my house, my
That's
fucking
it.
health care.
That's it. Right.
You know what? My biggest concern about Florida is like if it
hurricanes.
rains, if it rains, will an alligator wind up in my backyard? That's because there's some freaky stuff goes on when
just don't move near no swamp.
Hey Dave, this is how you combat that. You move into a condo about 12 floors up. You ain't got to worry about no alligator.
No alligator.
Guys, I know we're getting off of basketball.
Unless the building falls down.
The next time I go to my son's house, we talk about, he got a 3-bedroom condo. Outside room. I told you all the story last year, I think. Outside room, golf course. Around the corner, the beach.
Yeah.
And we're out there on Christmas last year. Just a heads up, Reg, in case. I lived in the South long enough, but Christmas is Christmas. I've never been to where it was 83 degrees on Christmas. To be honest. And I'm sitting outside with him, and people are on the golf course on Christmas. I'm already pissed off because you got people playing golf. Go home with your family.
Yeah.
But I look at my watch,
Go home with your family.
and it's 83 degrees. I'm like, I'm shaking my head. My son's like, you don't like it being this hot on Christmas? Hell no. Who wants to be in 83 degree heat on damn Christmas?
Well,
so that's what you got to get
Man,
used to, Reg.
listen here. Me.
I know you're from New York and it's cold, but
you sign me up.
No,
you say that. You say that. I say the same thing, guys.
Pushing a spreader, shoveling, pushing snow out the way. I think I'll take that. I'm good.
Guys, I told you my last duty station was the Poconos, an hour and change from where y'all live. Snowed all the time.
Negative.
And I came to the South. I was like, oh yeah, this is great. Until it's fucking 85 degrees in December. You're like,
dumb.
Come on, man. Please. Just give me a little break. Yes.
Remember how TVs used to have snow?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
You couldn't get the channel. That's the only snow I want to see.
I hear you.
And it's great, guys. I tell y'all all the time. Like my boy Live lives in the South now. There's nothing
where you
beats
at,
the
Live?
weather, guys.
I'm in Charleston, South Carolina.
Oh, okay. Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Listen.
And let me tell you something. I torment Live all the time. Yeah, motherfucker. When he first moved here, he was, I'm going back to Brooklyn. And I would text him, where you at, man? I'm in Brooklyn. I'm in a car shop. I'm getting the stereo. Why you go all the way to Brooklyn? And now look at him.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I'm done. I'm finished. I'm here. It's a wrap. My money's stretching like Mr. Fantastic. The food down here is 3 times better.
Oh,
I mean, I ain't got the variety, but it still tastes better.
That's all right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. And I can hear a gnat fart out here, and my guns is stacked lovely. And I ain't got to worry about the cops.
So you good?
I got a concealed carry permit up in this motherfucker. So I love it. I love it.
And
I should have ran to a red state way sooner.
My brother came a long way, guys. I'm serious. I've known Live for quite some time. And we would talk on the phone. This motherfucker's still in Brooklyn. I'm like, Live, come on, bro. I mean, it's funny we haven't met each other in person yet, but we talk all the time.
Oh no, and that's my fault. Like I said, I'm coming to one of them Charlotte games with you, baby, because I'm only 2 hours up the block. So that's gonna
Like
happen.
me, it takes me 2 hours to get there.
You see that? See that is a southern. That's how you can tell people in the South. Because you're talking about only
Down the block.
2 hours. Yeah. Like for New York, you know, if it's less than
down the block means down the block.
Right.
Down the block means right there, 2 blocks away.
Right.
2, 3 blocks away.
Is 2 hours.
Down the block around the corner.
Listen, we don't want to take a 45-minute train ride if we don't have to.
I was
2 hours
arguing
like
with
it ain't
somebody about
nothing.
that today. I was like, because I told him, you know what I'm saying, I got a new gig, you know what I'm saying, trying to get some money up here. Like it's a little 30-minute drive. She was like, that's a long way. I was like, that ain't shit.
Yeah, right.
30-minute drive is nothing.
Yeah, 30-minute drive
to
in
get
New
gas.
York is about an hour.
Yeah, that's an hour and a half. That's an hour and a half.
Yeah.
If it ain't at night, right?
Yeah.
You know?
It all depends on the time of day.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's beautiful, guys. I tell y'all all the time.
Yeah,
I hope one day y'all come down and we have a cookout.
All right, fellas, we gotta get back to the subject at hand.
Yeah, my bad.
Before we get thrown out.
I gotta throw y'all out.
It's 10 o'clock. R's getting sleepy.
He said you ain't gotta go home, but you gotta get off of here.
You gotta get on up out of here.
Yeah.
Let's get into this, man. Yes, it's early, but these Knicks. And when I say that,
these are ours Knicks.
that's right.
Yeah.
When I say,
Whoa. Y'all might bring somebody up saying that now.
he ain't coming in.
Nah, he ain't coming. It's too late.
He ain't coming. It's too late.
Hey, if he pop in on y'all, don't say nothing.
Popping in. Anyway, I've been watching the past few games and seeing some losses. Like last night, let's take that for instance. I've seen a lot of like point blank shots that were just not getting in the hoop yesterday, man. I was like, what is happening here?
Right.
Yeah.
Jalen Brunson.
Yeah, it was one of them nights, man.
Yeah.
But I'm seeing it a little too frequently, Reg.
Yeah.
Really, I'm seeing a little too frequently for my taste, man.
Yeah.
You know, and I get it. They have to gel. I understand that the chemistry's got to be there. I get that. But point blank shot, I was like, yo, you got to be. And again, I understand it's the second game back to back. They were lethargic. I told Don before the show started, I said they were looking lethargic. They picked up in the second half. I thought they could ride it out, but that team was tough. They were tough. But the Chicago Bulls, they were tough. They were tough out.
All right, they was bouncing, but you know, again, man, you know, it's too early. Like the head said, it's too early. That chemistry. Like none of them dudes play with each other at all, right? Like at all. I mean, Bridges ain't played with Brunson in a minute, so that don't even count. That Nova thing don't even count. You know, I think I said this the last time we was on there. Like Cat got it 3 days before training camp even started. So, you know, there was no familiarity with nothing. No preseason. Sorry, wasn't even training camp. It was preseason.
Yeah, it was preseason.
So, there was no familiarity with it. And Brunson, okay, don't hate me. He looks out of shape. Right? He doesn't look
but
like
he always look out of shape to me.
And I would probably contribute that to his broken hand, right? Because again, I didn't know a fracture was a straight break. You know what I'm saying? Until I seen that bad boy wiggling. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we could probably, you know, blame his non-conditioning on, you know, he just couldn't, you know, exercise and do the things that he was probably used to doing. You know, that being said, I'm not worried. He looks great, right? He looks like he can do what he always does. Everybody has to get into a group, like all of them. You know, none of them played in FIBA like the Celtics guys did. None of them have familiarity like Cleveland. And I'm not too much worried about it right now. You know, give me another 10 games. Give me another 10, 15 games. And if we there, it's that.
I'm worried about some of the things I worried about. Me and Live had this conversation.
Okay.
I'm worried about some of the things I worried about before the season started.
Yes, sir.
You know, our so-called kryptonite was OG and Bridges on the perimeter.
Yeah.
We're giving up more points than we gave up all of last year.
Mhm.
Our perimeter defense sucks. Our interior defense sucks. I will attribute that, and I will say the interior defense is missing Mr. Robinson.
Yes.
Carl Anthony Towns is a great offensive player. He's not a good defensive player. Hence the reason the Minnesota Timberwolves went out and got Rudy Gobert. He did not want to play the 5. He's being forced to play the 5 right now. I'm not taking away nothing from him offensively.
Right.
That being said, Jalen Brunson is seeing different throws at him now. They're throwing taller guys at him now, where he can't just back them down. He tries, but his shot is being adjusted. So now he has to adjust. You know, just taking a regular point guard down low, and now you got a guy 6'7" running at you. I mean, you seen what they did last night. Like, there was times Zach LaVine ran at him. And again, saying the name Zach LaVine, no New York Knicks fan should ever say shit bad about Zach LaVine again.
Right.
He's a ball player, guys. This kid
yes, he is.
He shows up.
Killed
He's
us
a
last
dynamite player.
Killed
And
us.
we always got something to say about him. But there's just so many things, Dave, that I thought about before the season. And again, talking to Live, even after game 1, when the Knicks got stomped by the Celtics, that was my first eye opener, because everything we did in the offseason was to mirror us playing Boston. And we got ripped out the gym. Where was our perimeter defense? Where was our kryptonite? And again, guys, we're taking players like OG Anunoby, good ball player, guys. Don't get me wrong. He's a good defensive player. He's not George Gervin on offense, but he'll give you some points. But none of these guys are what I would consider a superstar. And to think what we parlayed to get Mikal Bridges. We gave up all our picks, guys. Everybody bitched about we had all these picks and we're holding on to them. Why are we holding on to them? Now we have limited to no assets for a role player. Now, again, guys, don't take this the wrong way. I like Mikal Bridges, but he is a role player. He is not that guy you would build a team around. He's not even on a good team. He may be your third to fourth option. Maybe. So again, he showed his ass a little in New Jersey with his offense because, I mean, Brooklyn, because they had nobody else. I can't use that as a measuring stick. I give the guy all the credit in the world in today's NBA for durability. He don't miss games. He's out there every day. I love that. But there's so many things, guys, that I talked about before the season started. And some of the things I talked about was with Live. And I'm seeing it now. So I'm thinking to myself, there's an old saying, guys, it gets late quick. We can say the season is early, but in the NBA, we're at what right now, guys? Game 11?
Game 11.
I think game 11, right? So next week we'll be at game 14. Week after that will be 15. Next thing you know, in 2.5 weeks, we'll be a quarter of our way through the season.
Right.
And we'll still be saying it's early.
Yeah. When does it get late?
That out there, because you play almost 3 games a week in the NBA.
So
early turns late real quick. I'm sorry.
So with the Bridges situation, when he was in Phoenix, what was he? The third option, second option?
He was a option. He was a option.
What?
He was a great corner shooter. You know, he played excellent defense. He rarely got the opportunity that he's doing now on the Knicks, but he was an outlet. He was there. He was a lot. He did a lot of things that made what everybody else did safe. Like nobody cared about him. He was open in the corner, and he was playing some of the best defense in the league at that point. And that's how he made his beat. Yeah, so
that's how he got that contract, if I'm not mistaken. But right. So now we talked about Bridges. Now we'll talk about, and nobody wants to say it, but I'm going to say it: the rotation. You can't keep an 8-man rotation with all them people that's on the bench, bro.
Okay.
You got to get these guys.
At this point, it's 6.5. It's 6.5.
You know,
Kolick is well, now that Cam is back, it's a little different, right? But the last 3 games before this last game, the 3 games before that, he was playing 7 people.
you got to do better than that, bro.
Man,
The going rate for the NBA guys is an 8-man rotation.
Okay.
We're not reinventing the wheel with this. The NBA's normal rotation is 8 players. What the Golden State Warriors are doing right now with 10, 11 players, that is a oxymoron. They never did this shit before. Nobody does it, guys. It's an 8-man rotation. Some teams might stretch it to 9. Very rare case.
Look at how we ended up last season. You know, it speaks for itself. By the time we got to the end of the season, they didn't have any legs.
Yeah,
but we had a lot of injuries. And again, not to cut you off, Reggie, this is the part that's hurting us this year. We had it where, let's say hypothetically, we decided to run it back. Half of those guys we were dependent on last year go back to their normal roles coming off the bench. Now we're where you say we should be, Reggie. 7, 8 men deep, maybe 9. Now we're there. But again, we parlayed so much to get what we got.
100%. 100%.
Here we are. I mean, guys, we was injury decimated last year.
Right.
But that being said, Reg, I still go back to, again, the conversation me and R had before the show started. An NBA game is approximately, depending on, if it's a nationally televised game, it's more. An average NBA game lasts 150 running minutes. The game is only 48 minutes itself. That's 102 dead minutes.
Yep.
That's not counting each timeout is about 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Halftime is about 15 to 20 minutes. The instant replays, the challenges take about a week.
Yeah.
So you're getting enough rest during the game.
During the game, right.
And you're supposed to be the greatest athletes in the world, and we're always jocking somebody's minutes. You know what, guys? This is what you signed up for. 38 minutes of basketball is not a lot of minutes. I mean, I understand what you're saying, Red. Don't get me wrong.
It's the pounding, though. I mean, you get rest, but your body is taking a pounding.
We took away what we had. You know, just think about this, guys, just for shits and giggles. 2 of our better players from last year would be coming off the bench right now. DiVincenzo and Josh Hart.
Yeah.
They'd be coming off the bench right now.
Yeah.
And again, I can't understand how you re-sign Anunoby and then go get Mikal Bridges and parlay all our picks. Now you got 2 like players. So where's the variety and the... Again, they were supposed to be great wing defenders, but again, you sacrificed A for B, and here we are. So we really can't sit here and say. Some people will say Precious Achiuwa, Mitchell Robinson when they come back. I mean, come on, Precious Achiuwa is not going to give you, but he'll give you some hustle minutes. He'll give you a spell. But again, we're to put this in a nutshell, guys, without knocking my team. I think we projected these guys to be far better than they are.
And with that, you're talking about Bridges. Who we talking about? Okay.
Josh Hart. Josh Hart's a very good ball player because he gives you a lot. He gives you a little bit of a lot.
He has the right name. He has the right name because he gives.
But he's not your prototypical starting 3.
Yes, and he's not. And like you said, he's not a starter. I don't think.
No, not at all.
Can you y'all entertain me for 1 second? I'm gonna try to make this real quick. The Josh Hart plays the 2 and can't shoot or won't shoot. Right? If that dude pump fake one more time, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Right? You know what I'm saying? Like shoot the ball. Right? That's one of my problems. Second problem is when OG, who's a 3, and playing defense on 4s, right? When he goes out, now Josh Hart moves to the 4, and it's a 2 playing 4s, right? Guarding 4s. So we already know that Cat is not the most defensive minded player in the world, and he's been playing better defense than I thought he could play. So I can't knock him fully, but he's not Mitch
but he has been putting effort.
Right. And I'm actually good with it. I'm not, I don't think he's the problem in it. I think OG at the 3 and Josh at the 2 is a problem. Right. I think, whether or not we want to agree or not, Chewy at the 4, bum ass Sims at the 4, right? Holding the 5s for Cat, rebounding for Cat, right? You know what I'm saying? Taking pressure off of him and his defensive woes. A shooting 3, somebody that the defense is not going to sink into the paint where Brunson got to shoot over a 6'8" small forward and somebody else's man. You understand what I'm saying? For me, that's coaching. You feel me? Like, and this is the things that I'm looking at. That's the problem. Get Josh Hart off the 4, right? Get OG off the 4, right? You done spent all this money on Bridges. You understand what I'm saying? Play him where he's supposed to play.
Right.
He got a whole nother squad on the bench playing spades. Huck Porty over there reneging. You understand what I'm saying? Passing people Gatorade. You know what I'm saying? French Pop, the Diddy Pop, whatever his name is, he over there making French muffins. Kovic, who need more minutes, is not getting minutes, right? So you know what I'm saying? Even when Cam was hurt, he should have got way more minutes than 10, 11, right? And I don't even like it. Like, his defense is horrible, but play him. Like, to me, this is Tibbs' problem. Saying necessarily, and again, I agree. We was looking at these dudes like they was world killers this year, but we looking at Cleveland, and I know I didn't take into account. Oh, these cats got a match rate together, and doing what the Knicks did with all of the picks and all of the what's called. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they said later for this season, right? Like late. Let's get these guys in here, right? Let's get them in here. We might not be able to get the right pieces we need around them this year, but next year, they'll have a whole year to play together, and then that, because it don't, to Dom's point, it don't make sense. It just don't make sense. So
yeah, because Dante was a better shooter than Hart and Anunoby. And then you get Cat. So you got to space, like you said, space the floor, and we don't have anybody to space the floor. Our best shooter is a point guard.
Right? Not at that 2. Everybody that's playing Josh is playing offense.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Our best shooter is the point guard, and he can't shoot over 6'8" guys.
Jesus. Yeah. You see how frustrated I am. I'm trying to take it easy, but I'm and my little 20 game thing is dwindling. Like Dom said, that little 20 games.
You got 9 games, brother. You got 9 games to lose.
I think what's really killing us is some guys are not. It's almost like a reverse pattern. Like Mikal Bridges should be a 3, not a 2.
Yes.
OG Anunoby should be a 3, not a 4.
Not a 4. Absolutely.
They're in the opposite positions with the talent they have. And we all could say, play Pac-Man, play this man. But we also know, again, Tibbs' bench is always going to be short. Like most NBA teams are. We get affixed on our own team because that seems to be the going rate when we're losing. We're not playing Dave and R enough minutes, but Dave and R don't deserve no minutes because they really ain't that good. Our starting 5 outside of Hart, outside of Brunson and Towns are really not that good, guys. I hate to admit this shit as a Knicks fan, but they're not what you would consider. I mean, look at where we went from, guys. We went from a team holding opponents to 107 points last year, and we're giving up 120 points a night. I mean, thank God it's only really, we're averaging giving up 111 right now. and I think we're averaging 113. So we're a plus minus, I think 1.5, 2.
Okay.
But our defense is what's killing us. We can say what we want about the bench. Here's an interesting, 2 interesting statistics, guys, and I'll stop. Mikal Bridges' overall field goal percentage from 3 is great, but I did some research. His 3-point percentage hovers around 38%. When he shoots more than 6 of them, that shit plummets to 25%. When Karl Anthony Towns is on the court, we are 28th in interior defense.
Wow.
28th out of 30.
Jeez.
That shit is alarming, guys. Now, again, some of that will be fixed with Mitchell Robinson. But again, Mitchell Robinson might not be back till January, guys.
February.
I mean,
February. That dude is Mr. Glass, B. I don't trust that dude. I don't trust that dude.
It's funny. I don't trust him. I've wanted the Knicks to get
When
rid of
did he
him for
get
years.
hurt? Is my question.
He got hurt in the playoffs.
When Embiid grabbed his leg.
He got hurt in 2022. That's when he got hurt.
Yep.
Yeah, to be honest.
Yeah.
And I will say this, guys, and I brought it up a couple of times. Remember the bubble year when everybody complained we got beat by Atlanta and blah, blah, blah. But we played our best defense against the 3, against the 2, against your mama, your papa, with Mitchell Robinson out the game. We had a much better defense, but now it's a little different because, again, Karl Anthony Towns is not. He'll tell you he's not your prototypical 5. You don't want to play the 5. So again, the Knicks are trying to mirror Boston with the wings and trying to mirror Minnesota with the bigs. You know, Towns, Mitch, Gobert, Towns, and I will say this, I hate to admit it, Gobert is probably 100 times better than Mitchell Robinson, but whether you like him or not, whether you like him or not, he's
in the Knicks. If the Knicks mirroring, trying to mirror Boston is like, Dapper Dan mirroring Gucci.
Yeah. To be honest, Dave, but again, you look at the pieces they acquired, Dave. Anobi Bridges is supposed to be your kryptonite to Tatum and Brown.
Yeah, well, we saw.
You get Towns to stretch the floor like Porzingis.
Yeah.
But it ends there. It ends there. Their bench is far better than ours because they did. Again, guys, sometimes the Cavs, the Celtics, sometimes running it back is the best thing you could possibly do.
Yeah.
And both of these teams, the Celtics have ran it back for a minute, guys. Let's not get carried away. Yes, they won the chip last year, but they've been winning the chip for 5 years.
Yeah.
And they finally hit pay dirt last year. God bless them. We're happy for you. You had the best team, best record, won the chip, fine. But the good thing is they weren't afraid to run it back. Where the Knicks thought they were good. What did we say last year, guys, when the Knicks got knocked out? Man, we run this back next year healthy, we're going to be dynamite. We're going to be trouble.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden.
Did we lose R?
I guess. We couldn't have lost them. The thing would have went out, wouldn't it?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Uh-oh.
All of a sudden, our lifeline going to drop, right?
Yeah. We're
Told you. What I say about that Wi-Fi?
Arthur, he had to go to sleep.
I'll say y'all continue.
Arthur, damn y'all, I got to go. I wonder how we're still on if he ain't on.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Damn.
Oh, damn.
R got that.
Yeah. So
he got that super good Wi-Fi now.
Yeah.
that new computer's working when it ain't even on.
But did he not even get it delivered yet? Right?
I thought he had it.
Oh, I thought
he said it didn't get delivered yet.
Yeah, he said he didn't get it delivered yet.
Wait a minute. I thought when I talked to him earlier when we first was on before y'all came, that he said he was using his new computer.
I asked him if he was using the new computer. He said it wasn't delivered yet.
It must have got delivered by the time between that conversation and
maybe. Well, that's where
they might have came and repossessed it. Brother just disappeared, man.
He said he just said don't know what happened. Yeah, I don't either. So my thing is if we all leave, will it just keep going?
Does he get charged by the minute?
Yeah, somebody got to ring that man and let him know.
We did. I just saw him answer.
Yeah, he just texted. Yeah, and I see Reg said we're still on. All right. Well, the unhinged portion.
Rodney, unhinged portion.
Yeah.
Ask him, Dave. Can he cut it off before we? I said, I don't know if he gets charged by the mile, but
the show just shut down on his laptop. Is that the?
Oh, what is that?
He says the show just shut down on his laptop. This is fascinating. I'm going to see.
It's actually pretty cool. Uh-oh. Reg ain't right.
Yeah.
Damn, Reg. Are you paying by the minute? Ask him, could he log back on to cut it off? I don't want us all to be texting him and.
Yeah.
Damn, it just cut him off, huh?
It still says live.
Yeah. He said he's on? No.
He asked if we could see his avatar. I don't see. There's no.
Nothing. Ow. What's tomorrow? The 15th? No, the 14th.
Yes, sir.
It's the 15th tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh, we can't blame it on Friday the 13th. This shit is freaky as hell.
This is definitely.
Reg, when you retiring, Reg?
Ooh. I go down January 10th to Nice's and run my numbers and see what's what.
So it's a possibility you'll retire after that?
Oh yeah.
Damn.
Oh yeah. I'm not. I don't think I'd do it no more. I probably could, but I don't want to.
How old are you, Reg?
55.
All right, yeah. You probably got what, 25, 20 years in?
20.
Yeah, 20.
Actually going on 21.
Wow.
Yeah, that's your the feds normally like that.
Our thing is 20 and out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the military. The feds do that 20 or 55, 25, 55.
Yeah, 20, 25, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, 25, 55. Yeah, 25, 55.
And bump that. I'm here.
So let me see this. If we all just call it a wrap, get off of here, and then I'm going to see if I can log back in using ours credential to make sure that this thing is terminated.
All right.
Sounds like a plan, Dave.
Yeah.
All right, fellas.
Yo, thanks for having me, guys. I appreciate
guys.
it.
All right.
It's live always, baby. Always.
All right, give me a holler live.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, guys.
All right, peace.
All right.